Bonjour, Hallo, I am Thushan Ganegedara, and in this course, you will learn to implement machine translation models using the popular deep learning library Keras. Ability to communicate in foreign languages helps us in many instances, such as when traveling overseas. Machine translation services, such as Google Translation Service, can help you to understand hundreds of languages at the press of a button. In this course, you will be learning the inner workings of the models that are empowering these services. In Chapter 1, you will be introduced to machine translation and the encoder-decoder architecture, which is a common deep learning architecture used for machine translation models. Next, in Chapter 2, you will be implementing an encoder-decoder model using the Keras functional API. In Chapter 3, you will learn how to train a model and generate translations using the train model. Finally, you will learn and implement several techniques that improve the performance of machine translation models, such as teacher forcing. The dataset that you'll be using in this course consists of two text files. One file contains a set of English sentences where each line in the file contains a single sentence. And the other file contains the corresponding French translations of the English sentences. Here, you can see an example of a machine translation task. We want to translate the English sentence "I like cats" to French. In machine translation terminology, the English language, the language of the sentence to be translated, is called the source language. The French language, the language of the translated sentence, is called the target language. Let's now see how a machine learning model can be used to translate a sentence. First, the words of the source sentence are fed to the model one by one, sequentially. Then, the model outputs a predicted translation word by word in a sequential manner. When feeding words to a machine translation model, words need to be converted to a numerical representation. One-hot encoding is one of the commonly used transformations. In one-hot encoding, a word is represented as a vector of zeros and ones. For example, in the sentence "I like cats," the word "I" can be represented with a vector of length 5 and the first element being 1. The length of the vector is determined by the size of the vocabulary. The vocabulary is the collection of unique words used in the dataset for a specific language. In Keras, you can use the convenient to-categorical function to convert words to one-hot encoded vectors. However, in order to use this function, you will first need to convert individual words to integers or IDs. To do that, you define a Python dictionary that maps words to integers. Then you create a list called word IDs that iteratively maps each word to an ID. By passing these word IDs to the to-categorical function, you can obtain the one-hot vectors. If you don't pass in the number of classes or the length of the vector, Keras will automatically detect it from the data that you pass. But you can fix the length of the vector by passing the num classes argument to the function. It is usually a good practice to fix the length. In situations where training and testing data have different words, leaving the length unfixed can lead to errors and unexpected behaviors. Great! Now let's have some fun with one-hot